Okay. And the reason why I want to record is because I really want to capture what we're going to do today with my sister. And it's something that I can refer to, I can share, and it is, well, I'm really glad that she said yes because I didn't know what she was saying yes to. And she didn't know what, maybe she did have an idea, but she's been doing some beautiful, beautiful self care. And we're a lot, all about self care on Heart and Soul.
And you said yes, and you don't even know what it is.
That's true. I did the same yes. I said yes. Will you? She goes yes. And I said yes to whatever you said yes to. So I'm so happy. I'm gonna just maybe ask a couple of questions before we literally go into the practice. And I know some of you are not in a place to be able to do the practice with us, so you can refer to this
True.
video or remember what we did at a later date. And hi to everyone else who does, come to see us at a later date.
Yes.
And so my sister has been, it's very interesting because all four of us siblings, even though we are in different places in the country, we, we're similar in a lot of ways because we all followed some kind of a healing path, some kind of path that helps people, helps ourselves. And even though they're all a little bit different, they're connected because it's all of service to self and to others. And when I talk with my sister Jacqui, she'll share something. I'm like, oh, I learned that too, but I learned it over here. And it's just really, really amazing because there's a lot of wisdom with this one who's sitting next to me.
Mm.
So this particular oil ritual,
Mm.
tell me about this oil
Oh,
ritual because
okay.
I'm curious. Like, how did you even find out about it?
Well, I work with the body. I work a lot with the body in my career, and with all the hours I spend, I realize that it's all connected, and we are all connected to each other also. And so that's why those little synchronicities pop up when you're learning something and I'm learning something, and we come together. It's because we're actually not separate. And when you go within, that is where your wisdom is, because that is where the kingdom of God is. And all the great teachers tell us that, you know. And so test it and try it and know that it's true, because you will have your divine wisdom is only found inside of you. And so we're all just a piece of this. We're all mirroring each other. We're all mirroring this divine spark. And so that is actually what I've learned with working through bodies, through physical healing as a massage therapist. And before that, I was in like what you call Western medicine. I was in med surg, CNA, and before that, I was in ancient medicine because I was a bartender. No, just kidding. But seriously, it's all the same. It's like all healing arts when you work with people, and we're all healers. We're all healers. We're made to heal ourselves. So that's why this is so important to me, because when our bodies do something that, let's just say, is scary or hurts or is out of the ordinary, you can't take that flippantly, even if it's never happened to you, because it can be, it could be a crisis feel, and so you have to really dig in at those times. So I have worked with people through huge illnesses and diseases, and I've taken care of every type of bodily injury and procedure. And this is the wisdom that I have really boiled down as to the most potent for healing. And that is, honestly, you dive within to the divine nature of your body, which knows more than you do. Okay, your body does. You don't. Your mind doesn't have to understand what your body can do and what it is doing. You have to guide it with your words. You have to guide it with your actions. So what came to my mind when Doreen said, "What can we teach? What if you want to teach something?" That's what came up right away. Was this oil ritual that I do every day, and you do, and I've only taught it to women, and so this is my first time teaching it to anyone else, and so um, when you take that time, even if it's just a minute or two, to daily check in with yourself and to really it's honoring and touching every part of your body. That is a huge healing energy. And if you do this every day consistently, or consistently, I say daily because every day you have to touch your body and put lotion, but I use oil. I don't use petroleum lotions and stuff. And that's how I got how I felt this was so important. So it came about when Bunny, our other sister who's not on here, told me one day. She doesn't even remember she did it. So she was inspired to just say, "Hey, I want you to do I want you to put oil on your body in this order with this scripture from the Old Testament of the Bible, which is the Psalm 139." And I didn't even know which psalm it was. I had to look it up yesterday because I use it without knowing the name, the numbers and names. The words are powerful and mean something different. So that's when I started doing that. It was about 5 years ago.
Mm.
But I've experienced a lot of wisdom from the time you take with yourself every day. I take with myself.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you that, like, how long have you been doing this practice? And you just answered that was 5 years. And so since you have been doing this daily practice, because what I'm hearing you say, we touch our bodies every day. I mean, if you're washing and bathing every day, then you're touching yourself. You're literally putting your hands on your body so that you can clean yourself. And so since you've been doing it for 5 years, every day. I don't have the math, Doug. 365 times 5, Michael. How many days is that? Because sometimes we have spiritual practices and it might be every so often. And to say this is something I do every single day, that's thousands. That's thousands of times, right? And do you have anything specific that you have experienced that you can say, yeah, since I've been doing this, this is what one or two of the results about what I've gained in that insight or wisdom or just feeling inside? Is there something you can share about doing that?
Well, yes. When you spend time doing something, that is the true currency of the universe. That is paying attention, okay? Paying attention. That is where you're investing. So even if it doesn't matter what you're doing, you're paying attention to it. And so whatever it is that you are focusing upon, that's what you're putting your energy into, and that's what's going to grow. So even if it's 1 minute a day, you're paying attention to yourself. You're checking in with yourself and paying attention. And so the last 5 years it helped me really with the apex of a very long lifelong, everyone has their lifelong spiritual journey. Well, ours has been painful, I think, in a lot of ways, like overcoming, some of the common childhood patterns we were raised with. And so the last 5 years, this has helped me like with almost a crest of my healing of that mental and spiritual journey, to really move from at the lowest points of self-loathing and depression to the other side of self-appreciation and love and true love and really wow, I am so wow. Like my body, like whatever aspect of you want to talk about, trust me, it is wow. So if you want to talk about your body, that's what we're talking about, because we're going to touch, and this is the 3D, the physical. There's so many overlapping parts of you that are always in effect and always at work. So when you pay attention with your spirit and your mind to this thing, which is really a dirt suit, okay, for the spark of God, it is really, I mean, really, that's what we're made of, is the same as these stars and this earth. And the spark of God that's in us. So when we're paying that attention, you will get your own revelations and insights. And that's the whole journey of this exercise, of the whole. For me, whenever I'm talking to you, I'm just telling you my opinion. I'm just telling you my perception and my experience. And that's my experience, to have boiled this all down to, we're supposed to be feeling great. We're supposed to be feeling wonderful as much as we can. And the things that we can do to make that happen. And so much of it, for people I know and for myself, was to change from those pits of the darks and depths of your soul to the other end of the spectrum. So however far you swing this way, you also have the ability to swing to that bliss side, and how to keep yourself in that flow. And so that's honestly what I have gotten from
Wow.
taking the time to pay attention to myself in this way.
I love that, and I love how you said paying attention, we pay for things that we value. That's kind of like how we do the energy exchange in this universe, in this particular paradigm that we're living in. You pay for something, or you paid for this lavender oil because this is valuable, and so you're going to pay for it. And so here it is, when you pay attention, you're valuing. It's another way of saying what you value. And in this case, not monetary, but it is the time, it is the attention, it's the intention, especially with this Psalms that you've chosen for us to work with, because it is the acknowledgement of our connection to divine, and how we can walk with and be with that spirit and physical together. And so I really love that you're doing this, and I love what you had to share, and how beautiful to what's that?
The song would be good.
Oh yeah. Journey Bunny song.
Jacqui Journey Bunny.
Jacqui Journey Bunny. Good thing they're not all in here. I'd say every single one of my daughters. So yeah, I sent the song to everyone that my sister Bunny wrote, which is the psalm itself, and I'm going to go ahead and play it now to get us set up for the actual practice. And again, if you're not in a place right now to be able to do it, that's fine. If you are, yes, because we're gonna afterwards, after we hear the song, I'm gonna have make sure I get a look at you, Jacqui. I'm gonna have Jacqui. Ooh, Loya, see, people are coming on. Lead us through this exercise. Okay, so I'm gonna play the song now, so that we can hear the words and be entertained. Also, set that intention for ourselves to move into this practice. Welcome, Grace Valerie. Welcome, Loya. I'm going to play the song that my sister wrote.
Psalm 139.
139, verse 2, 3, and 2, 4. All right, here we go. Michael, I'm going to look to you for direction, okay, to make sure it sounds okay. Oops, not that one.
August 4.
Oh, this is not today. That's a different one, sorry. That's hilarious. We need to hear a little bit about that, too. All right, here it is. Nope, here it is. There's so many ones I've been...
Tammy.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Which case, this is the one that for yesterday. Answer prayer, say yes to life. Oh my gosh.
It's under me and you and Bunny.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. There it is right here. Psalm.
Oh, Psalm.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
Psalm.
you for your patience. Here we go.
Father, search me, know my heart, try me, know my thoughts, everlasting way. Don't let me stray. Father, search me, know my heart, try me, know my thoughts.
Yeah, wow. That was so beautiful. She re-recorded it for us today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she
That
did.
was today?
That was she. Yep, she re-recorded it for us. So.
Wow. That was Bunny and Arby.
Ooh. Oh, my friends,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here. What a wonderful gathering.
We're looking out at the wedding over here on the beach, way down there too, while we're
Wow.
listening to that.
Mm.
You know, it's just,
Mm,
life is good.
life is good. All right, so I'm going to have you, Jacqui, talk to us about how you want us to do this together.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Some people just joined, so we're just gonna dive right into. This is a Doreen called it self-healing oil ritual. So I'm just gonna talk to you from my heart and my experience as a healer. I am a healer. You are a healer. We all are healers. We are all given the power to heal ourselves through the Holy Spirit and through the miracle that is our bodies. So when it comes to the divine in you, sometimes people don't see that, and they have to look outside themselves sometimes. A lot of people don't recognize God in themselves and yet. And when I was being raised, we were raised in church, and so I always knew Jesus. And even today, I know that person, that being, in a personal way. So that's the only way to know somebody, really. I mean, you can know of someone, but unless you really know them. So when I think of Jesus and his work on the earth and what he really truly represents, he is the master healer. He is someone that if you want to know more about healing yourself and others, you can ask. Just ask yourself. Ask him yourself. And so that has always been my guide. And even when I have done, exercises with guides, Jesus shows up for me. And so I always bless my oil. So whatever oil you have, and your whole life, you bless your life. You're always just blessing your life. Every breath is a prayer, is a native saying. Every breath is a prayer. And so when I am doing this ritual, it's always after a shower. So I recommend, and water is very healing. So as much as you can with natural waters, but a shower daily, that's just, it's whatever works for you. And whatever I'm saying to you is my own way. So I'm not a teacher. I am sharing my experience. And this has been a beautiful ritual that I have done every day. So while we go through it, if you want to do this, get some organic, extra virgin plant oil, whether it be olive or coconut or your choice, and use that instead of lotion, even, because lotions are often made of gasoline and petroleum. So that's my choice, is to use plant oil. But every day after your shower, and one of the exercises Doreen wrote out was to take that scripture, which I'm going to read to you, and then I'm going to read it again with the body parts that we're going to anoint with this oil every day. And as a healing artist, as a massage therapist and healing artist that I have spent 20,000 hours plus doing, touching your body is super important. And even if you're just glancing by it, you will find you can't hardly touch some parts of your body. There's parts of your body you might not be able to reach. There's parts of your body that you have never touched before. So this is a fantastic way to it's about body mechanics. It's about feeling your skin. It's about becoming aware of your physical being, and then combining it with the scriptures that the one scripture that we're going to go over and over again. It just brings a whole new level to your self-awareness and your experience, and hopefully leads you to healing in the mental and spiritual and then physical realms. But the exercise Doreen asked was, if you read these ancient words, that you paraphrase them yourself. You know, what do these words mean to your heart? You know, you don't have to go by anybody else's words. You can use your own words, and whatever your spirit tells you is important. So the scripture at Psalm 139, I'm just going to read it. It says, "Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Find out anything in me displeasing to you, and lead me on the path to everlasting life." So when I am putting this on, when I'm putting my oil on, there's correlating body parts, and through those 4 little statements, you will hopefully be able to touch every part of your body as you anoint it and see what comes through. Because every day you will have a different thought come through. Like, so if you're going here and you're saying, "Search me, God, and know my heart," you know, and you're touching your heart and your chest and your torso and anything in this area, you know, this belly and heart area. And then, "Test me and know my anxious thoughts." So that's when you can put oil on your scalp and your face and your throat and then your upper back, you know, this area. And I like to change that one for me. I always say, know my anxious thought, know and calm my anxious thoughts. You know, just allowing God within and God without to hear, for you to know that your thoughts are heard, and, you know, your anxiety is witnessed, and, you know, it can be calmed, and you can ask, you know, the divine to help you to release that anxiety even more. You know and calm my anxious thoughts. And then if you move down to the legs and the hips, and you're going to say, find out anything in me displeasing to you, I like to say, keep everything in me in divine alignment. Keep everything in me in alignment with you, Lord. Keep everything in me healthy and well. You know, whatever words you like. And those are, you're doing your legs and hips, buttocks, inner thighs, every area of your body. And then at the end, and lead me on the path to everlasting life. And you're doing your feet and your soles, and you're anointing your toes and every part of your body. And it's pretty interesting how rare anybody ever does that, you know, takes the time to take 1 to 5 minutes with yourself, with your body. And then we wonder why there's so much sickness and illness, and, you know, but we're not spending so a lot of people aren't spending time, you know, paying attention on what's important. So are we going to go through this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to do we're going to put on some music.
Sure.
I texted you something.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So I like to listen to megahertz music in the studio, and
Battery 100%.
everything is vibe. You know, everything is frequency. And so the things you listen to and have on in your home, you know, might be leading to illness or wellness, you know. So try to clarify your surroundings and choose things that are high vibe, you know, as best as you can. So this is might get kind of loud. This is something I've been playing. I get in a cycle, and I've been playing this one in the studio. It's a megahertz music. It's actually called "Say Goodbye to Cancer Cells," but that has no meaning to me. It's just it feels really good, and music does, and you know, music heals. Music can help you heal. So I like this one when I'm working. So we're going to stand up and use our oils, and maybe we could each go. How about I'll go through the ritual one full time, and you will all do the oil, and then you'll go through the ritual again with your words.
Okay.
Do you have your words?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so these are my suggestions for great health, you know, and it really is an inside job, you know.
All right, so Leslie had a couple questions.
Yes. Is it okay if I use my holy blessed oil? Absolutely. Can you send me that the anti-cancer music? Yes. I absolutely can. And you know, we're gonna get naked here. We're gonna put this. We're not really gonna get naked. We're gonna just expose our skin a little bit, okay? But we have bathing suits on.
Yeah.
And anyone can feel free to do this. Stay on video. Get off. Whatever you like to do. But we're gonna go through the daily self-healing oil ritual with Psalm 139, 23, 24.
Okay.
Search me, God, and know my heart.
Okay.
Search me, God, and know my heart. Search me, God. Know my heart.
And I'm going to say mine 3 times, just so you can hear my interpretation. And of course, you might have your interpretation. So this could be your opportunity to do that. So mine is divine in me. Know my heart. Divine in me. Know my heart. I think I said as me. Divine as me. Know my heart. So say whatever it is you say to yourself, if this is something that makes more, you know, more personal for yourself.
Second.
Okay.
Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Know and calm my anxious thoughts. Know my thoughts.
my anxious thoughts. Calm my anxious thoughts. Calm my anxious thoughts.
Do your legs, your thighs, buttocks, inner thighs, and you're gonna say, keep everything in me in alignment with you and divine will. Take out anything in me displeasing to you. Keep everything in me in divine alignment.
Mine is, reveal to me all that is to be released. Reveal to me all that is to be released, and release it. Reveal to me all that needs to be released, and release it.
And now to do each foot and lead me along the path of everlasting life. Lead me along the path of everlasting life. Remind me that we are always on the path of everlasting life.
And lead me on the path of love and light forever and ever. And lead me on the path of love and light forever and ever. And lead me on the path of love and light forever and ever.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Now, this can take 1 minute or it can take an hour and a half. You can take as long as you like. You can do it in 30 seconds. But if you try to do this daily, I guarantee that you will shift into a high level of self-love. And that's what it's really all about, because God is love and you're made of God. And your body is meant to feel great and be healed.
Your body is meant to feel great
And be healed.
and be healed.
Yes.
Whew. So just by show of hands, how many of you here have something going on physically with you that you would really like to get healed? And so what if this is just part of the tools that we have as a daily practice in paying attention and using the power of God's words, our words, to be united in that intention. And as you said, Jacqui, it could be a minute or it could take as long as you want. I've never done this before. I've never out of the shower taken any oil and put it on my body with specific words. And what I love about the psalm is that it does have every part pretty much of the body handled. You know, the heart area, the mind area, the elimination area, the walking area, you know, it's just like, wow, it has the whole body in this psalm. So I want to open up the circle for the next few minutes for anybody who would like to share any insights or thoughts or have questions, or even maybe some of you did it and just now and what you might be experiencing right now, having gone through this with us. So anyone would like to share? And Jacqui, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh.
My pleasure.
Wow. I'm going to be doing this now. Guaranteed I'm doing this every day.
I recommend you do. And I recommend that sometimes your sessions do turn into an hour and a half.
Wow.
I recommend that you do follow your cues, because movement of your body, you're going to find out, wow, I never touch my foot there. Wow, I can't reach the back of my buttock. I can't. But I'm just saying, you're going to find out that you'll get better. Your body will improve. Everything will get better, and the revelations that your spirit will receive is the true magic. The inspiration of our divine wisdom, which is only within.
Only within.
Yes.
So Leslie, what would you like to share?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to share that the way that I was raised up and the more that I got more involved to believing in my creator, this has become a part of my life, especially as a single parent. Try not to get emotional, but this little bottle of raw means a lot.
You fondue.
Yes, that's me. Praying for me is my thing. I'm a prayer person. And as a single parent growing up with children, it can get rough. And sometimes when it gets rough, you don't know what to do. But when you go in tune and allow your creator to be with you, it helps a lot. A lot of times in the middle of the night, I would never know why I would wake up, but I would wake up and I would pray. Then I would take my oil into my children's room. And what you guys just did, I did it on a regular basis. They're mine. their eyes so that their eyes can see nothing but the goodness of the Lord. Their mouth, their mouth to speak nothing but good things. Their ears to hear all positive and good thoughts. Their hands, whatever their hands touch, let it be good. So I appreciate that you've done all of this. Their feet lead their path. So this does mean something to me. And I didn't think about it, but even in the midst when you do it for other people, even at a young age, you never know what they're taking in. Because most of the time when I did it, my children would sleep. I think sometimes my son would act like he was asleep and was up, but wouldn't move because he knew what I was doing. But it's enlightening to see that they understand the power of prayer and the power of affirmation and positive words. I remember one day my son was having a game. This might sound crazy. It was a football. He was a football player. So it was an important game to him. And he came and he's like, "Ma, here with my oil. Do what you do." I'm like, "What?" Because he caught me off guard. I'm like, what are you talking about? Then I was like, "Oh, okay." But you never understand that just by you doing it, it grabs into their soul and they understand it. And then they come to you asking you to help. I appreciate this. And yes, you should do it more often, everyone, even when, you're just having a good day, a bad day. If you don't do your whole body, I always like to say, thank you, God, for the breath of life every day, all that good stuff. But when you add this element, I call it my holy oil, into the mix, then you invite to me, this is just my opinion, the Holy Spirit to come enter in as well. And it reveals things to you. So yeah, try it. Everybody, you might like it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I believe with that, I'm complete. I was driving because I was traveling from Virginia again, because today was my granddaughter's 4th birthday. So again, I thank God for the breath of life as well. And that makes me complete. Hi, everybody. Love you all.
Love you too, Leslie. Thank you so much for your share. Did you want to say something, Jacqui?
That is so beautiful, and it is true. Train them up in the way they shall go, and by example is the best way.
Beautiful.
So he just latched
Yes.
on to what works,
Mhm.
and you will too. We all do.
Beautiful. Tammy, would love to hear from you.
There we go. First of all, and this has happened so many times with you, Drain. You used to speak to me so many times. The fact that you had this today is, for me, no accident. I'm at this, I don't know if you got my text, I sent you a text. I'm at this, I guess it's a somatic breath work thing. They came to Dallas and didn't really want to spend the money on it. I think the people that are close to me know that I've been waiting for this cry. I just cannot wait to get this cry out of me. So I was a little nervous about coming here to this thing. And I decided like an hour ago, so I had to pay even more money because they had the early bird, the regular, and then now last minute. So I said, you know what? Something happened yesterday. And anyway, it made me say, you know what, Tammy, do it. There's a reason why. Do it. So the concept with this, of course, as we all know, but knowing and being and knowing and all of that is just separate. I need to bring it together. But is that, this guy doesn't heal anybody. We all do it ourselves, and I'm sitting here and it's 6 o'clock. This thing doesn't even start till 6:30. People are pouring in here. I'm looking at, and it's from 6:30 to 11 p.m. And there are I'm looking at a Maserati. I'm looking at a Lexus. I'm looking at a car that's old. I mean, a Volvo, another Lexus. It's like there's so much pain, and as one massage therapist to another, I understand. And Leslie, with what you were just saying, we do for others, we do for our children, are we touching and connecting with ourselves? Are we speaking that love and that the truth as we know it, into our bodies to connect our mind and body and spirit together? I know for one, I don't know what the block is. I guess it's just all the things I'm learning on the journey of getting there. But this is divine timing for me. And I thank you so much for it. And it's just beautiful. And thank you.
That was beautiful to hear. That is really special. I'm glad you went with what you were supposed to do this weekend, even though it was a big investment, And back to the currency thing, when we pay attention, even money
Mm,
is a symbol of the energy that I put in to get this thing. And if you're purchasing something, that money it represents the exchange, the spiritual energy exchange. So we don't even need the money um, as the go-between, but that's what we've all agreed upon for now. But the real currency was what we did to get it. That's the real offering that we give each other. So even when we come to a high level of consciousness, we recognize that you know a lot of things are priceless, that they don't have a price tag. So I just wanted to share that with you because you had to last minute come up with stuff, but it really was it's a big spiritual exchange that you're doing, by giving all that. And what I'm doing, it doesn't cost money. It costs your attention, which is beyond gold. It's everything. So I appreciate that, and the timing, the synchronicity was right also. And that big cry and that big block, it's you know it's released, and you're gonna have everything you say. You're gonna have everything you say, always.
Yeah. Beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tammy. Let's hear from you, Michael. What you got? What do you want to share with us today?
First of all, Jacqui, thank you so much for this. This was absolutely wonderful. You always think about these things. You don't know what to really expect when you read it, and you say, okay, I'm open-minded. Let's see where this is going to go. And then something wonderful happens. And it kind of reminds you, or reminds me, I'll speak solely for me, that we all have so many challenges in our life. And if you think about when we get in, I was raised Catholic and, all that, cradle Catholic. But if you look at almost all of the traditions where they try to take spirituality and form it into a lesson in religion, it all contains anointing with oil. It's you anoint with oil when you're born. You anoint with oil when you die. You anoint with oil for special occasions. You have in the Catholic faith, you have the different oils. They have a special mass and all that just to bless the oils and stuff. And it's one of those things where we always put it out there in our religious practice, but we don't think of it. Again, I don't think of it as a personal practice. Why? Huh? Don't know. That's why beautiful, wonderful people like you come along and say, hey, Stone, why don't you do this? You already know the power, you already got it in you. So take it with you and run with it. Because, I, like so many others, I take care of myself physically, and, I put lotions and oils on me pretty much every single day, but I just slap it on and rub it in. I'm missing this beautiful, wonderful opportunity that you have brought to me. And how do I thank you for this? Thank you for this by making it a daily practice. And we've just met through this, but you are, I can tell you're Doreen's sister. You are beautiful. And thank you so much for this. And I'm complete.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And you know what? You are the special occasion. That's what came up for me. Because in our family, we have the saying, every day is like your birthday. You know how when it's your birthday and you wake up and you're like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm gonna get gifts and I got plans and everybody's gonna be happy to see me. And every day is like that, literally, because you woke up and you're here to experience this. Oh my God, it is amazing, this experience we're having. And if we get 140 years, it's a blink, you know? So it just keeps getting more amazing, you know?
Really.
With age sometimes comes wisdom. And so it's like, you know, it's like, wow, I got today again. And you know, and life has enough of the hard, you know, it's always going to come. You know, Jesus said there's always going to be the poor, and that's just saying there's always going to be that side, you know, and we have to continue to, you know, shovel the shift sometimes. You got to like keep pulling yourself to the other side of that spectrum, because today is your birthday. And actually yesterday doesn't exist, and definitely tomorrow doesn't exist. So today is your birthday, so you are the special occasion for the oil, for anything.
Yes, and just in one last thing, and then I'll finish. I have this habit of people ask you, "How are you this morning?" It's as if I travel a lot, and people go always going, they say, "How are you doing today?" I go, I woke up on the right side of the dirt, so the rest of the day is a gift. And I say that a little bit tongue in cheek, but there's a real truth to it. And doesn't something like this ritual, this gift you give yourself, doesn't this make that statement all the more relevant? And again, this is a wonderful gift that you've given us, and thank you so much for this.
Thank you,
Thank
Michael.
you so much. My pleasure, it is.
And Tammy, if you have to go, we understand. So you go when you need to go. And so happy that you were able to join us today. And I can't wait to hear what you experienced. I know you'll be sharing on our next Heart and Soul gathering. Whatever you
These people are lining up early. There's a line. It's 6:08. They're not even opening the doors till 6:30. I see some people going back to their cars because it's so hot out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just whatever you need to do. I know you'll do the right thing. I just want you to know that Jacqui doesn't have to take it personally when you leave. Okay, we want to hear from who had their hand up?
Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa, and then Doug.
So just as Tammy said about this being divine timing, oh my gosh, it definitely is for me as well. I mean, I can't think of any other circumstance that has happened in the 4 years that we've been doing this when I needed this particular thing. What a lot of the people, in the group already know that, my live stream is to go to Australia, and I'm going in like 2 months. And so I've really been fine tuning things, working on, my abundance and reading a certain book and, doing all these practices, and started with Yoga Go. And what happened this week, and I'll go into more detail later, but I basically had an extreme health challenge to work through. I have gone through, the most concerning part, but there's still work that needs to be done. I have a follow-up appointment on Wednesday. And so it really made me think about how, I need to give my body more love, because it seems like whenever I have to, or if I feel like I need to stop doing something to save time, I almost always choose something to do with self care first, or even if it's to save money. I mean, I've noticed that about myself, and I'm really working on it. So, uh, I'm getting back into the things that I haven't done in the past few days because I haven't felt well. So I'm getting back into that. So this is a new practice that I'm definitely added in to help bring that physical love and clarity about what I need to do for myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this with us. I'm very grateful.
Thank you, Vanessa. I always love seeing you on here and all the things we've done on Zoom together. I always look for your friendly face because you have that, and you're always giving that. And when it comes to, scary things that our body might give us as messages, you know, like I said, I'm talking to you from my own experience only, my own opinions and perceptions. But when we hear these things and these names and these titles and these labels and all these things that people proclaim we have or is happening to us, our body doesn't know those words and doesn't care, by the way, what anyone says. And so your body and my body, with the supreme divine design, is infinitely more intelligent than our minds or anybody else's out here. So I'm not. I only advocate for what I know, and speaking that life over yourself. Always speaking the thing that you want, even if you're complaining, even if you have had pain or an illness. Even this ritual helps me. It helps so much, because if you feel like you're suffering something, you take the time and you touch it. That's the first thing you do. If something feels funny or not right, you take the time and address it, pay it some attention, and take this time alone and quiet to meditate with self and to find out, what, and hear the message of the body, because it's telling you something, it's telling us something important, and it's really a spiritual message, but it's telling us in the way that it talks, in the physical. So just hear it and acknowledge it and speak life over it and say, they said I have this, or I'm healing from this, or, you know, I'm, I know that my body is healed. I am healed. I say this to myself all the time. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. If it's I am, I only think the next word should be extraordinarily wonderful. If you're saying I am, put that last word, make sure it's something you really want. You know,
I think
I
you used the
am.
word exquisite one time.
Yes, exquisite. Make sure it's exquisite. She asked me for advice. What do I for my, and I was like, well, first off, every time you say my, make sure that next word is exquisite. You know, for my healthy body, for my divinely healed self, or whatever it is. Just even if you that's my I have two big lessons for healing for all the years I've helped heal myself and others is listen to your words and only speak the things you want. Even in complaining, change the words up so that it's producing the thing that you want. Like I'm getting over this now, so I can go to Australia. And anything you want, say the complaint in a way that speaks the life, the result you want. And then second thing, which they're both the same amount of weight and I think importance, is touch the earth. Go sit with the trees, on the grass, in the sand, in the ocean, in the river, in the mountain, somewhere, anywhere. And every day spend time with what you're made of, because that resets the physical. It's all vibe, it's all everything frequency. So, you know, speak the life that you're speaking and touch what you're made of every day, and 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 do your oil ritual to pay attention.
That's beautiful.
But that's my that's what I get for you. You know, is always speak what you want, no matter what anyone is saying. You know,
Beautiful. Thank
your
you.
body doesn't care
Wow.
about anybody else's words.
Yeah, thank you. That's Doug, did you want to share something?
Okay, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, cool. Hey, Jacqui, thank you so much. I just really appreciate you, and you have such an amazing gift. And a lot of people could feel what you feel, but not be able to communicate it as eloquently and passionately and honestly as you do. So I just acknowledge you for being a healer, and I see you walk that walk. I mean, you you live this, and I see you living this, and so you're the real deal. But I also acknowledge and honor you. You've got such a gift for it. So thank you for sharing it with us. And wow, it's really powerful. I obviously couldn't do it driving, but I stopped in just a second ago to make a pit stop, and I walked in, and my voice was like, okay, get something to snack on. And all of a sudden, I heard your voice, and I was touching myself, going, get something healthy. Look around in here. What in this store is worthy of you putting it into your body, right? And it was really interesting. It's like 95% of all the shelves just disappeared. And all of a sudden there was like one or two little things to choose from. And it was like, yeah, okay, cool. And so it's really odd. That's one way it just showed up for me just now. It was like, you know, caring about what I put in my body. So thank you for that. And the other thing that's so cool about this activity, and I'm going to start it too, that reminder of the mind body connection. It's the body seems like such a hindrance and so many problems and such a hassle, and I don't know, but it can't be a mistake. It cannot be, oh well, God screwed up and gave us this body. No, I don't think so. And this whole idea that we're somehow we've got this soul that is somehow at war with this container. I mean, that's a ridiculous position. And my God, we live our whole lives with it, being at war with it. And this is going to help me to remind me that no, they're not, like you said, it's all connected, and it's not a mistake that you have a body. And how dare you even think that, right? So thank you. I'm done.
We're done after hearing you. You are so funny. And didn't he nail it? Like, food. I gotta choose food. This body is such a hassle. Yeah, and you know what? It's so refreshing to hear that guys go through this too. That, you know what? We are done being at war everywhere. Okay, we're done being at war with our bodies. We are done being at war, period. We're done being at war with our dark side. I mean, we're done. Like, we are a whole and complete being, and all together collectively. So we're done with war. I love it. And I'm glad that you already had a new connection with yourself in the gas station, because that's hard to find, good food in a gas station.
Yeah.
So I really do. I know that was tough. Smart corn. Okay. Doreen said probably nuts. Probably got nuts.
I think probably got some nuts.
But you will. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you will shed anything that's not productive or healthy for you. The more you spend meditating upon how this can't be a mistake, um, whatever it is, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's not a mistake, um, the, the more refined your perception of self is, which is, God, the divine nature. And we mirror, we mirror. So spending time with each other, we mirror that reflection. And you'll start, it'll help you, this will help you, your self-awareness and self-love. It goes out and helps you in all meetings and interactions, because then you also begin to see others. Even you already experience this all the time on your journey, your spiritual journey. The more that you become aware and in love, then you see that in another, even if it's hidden under layers of ugly garbage, and that's projecting out like, spike grenades. That's still that spark, that divine love in there somewhere. And it makes it easier to go out and be out in the world, and touching and bumping energies and being more forgiving and open to the expression of God that is coming towards you from that person, you know. And then they see themselves in a new light. That's the magic, is that the reflection, it just reverbs and reverbs. It's like you sharpen yourselves. And that is beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful comments.
Thank you. Thank you. Jacqui, it dovetails into, then I'll shut up. I'm listening to an audio book right now. Doreen, what is the book I'm listening to? I can't remember the title.
The Untethered Soul by Michael
The
Singer.
The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. First chapter, he talked about, it's really cool. He said, he's talking about all these voices in our head, and that's kind of the same disconnect. You've got all these voices, and it's almost like your body is like, what the hell? What are all these voices? And he said something so cool. He said, you are not the voices you are not the voices in your head. You are the one who is listening to the voices. So that just gave me so much food for thought. It's like, okay, I can listen to all these voices that are saying, oh yeah, get the Snickers bar, but it's not me talking. It's like, okay, next, oh yeah, get the peanuts. Oh yeah, get the whatever, the smart food. So it's kind of cool. It's like that was not me trying to talk me into oh man, I saw, what do they call those things? A cherry mash. You know what I'm talking about? Those chocolate covered cherries.
Oh.
Anyway, I saw one of those the other day. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Anyway, so it's not like, it kind of gave me new food for thought. It's not me at war with myself. It's all this stuff popping up that you can listen to it and you can decide, no, that's not, thank you, but that's not what I'm doing. So I'm going to parlay that into what you taught me. So thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
I'm proud of you.
Chocolate covered cherries are divine, no matter what you
Yeah.
say.
I was thinking that too.
Michael, did you have something else you were going to say too? Did you have your hand up for something else?
No, I was just gonna say that, I thought that ring dings were part of the food groups and stuff. So I don't know what Doug's talking about.
Thank you.
So do I get a turn?
Of course, Loya. Please be next.
Thank you. So, first of all, Doreen sent us the text, and what I felt to write, and it's in the text too, is thanks, Lord, for directing me every day to serve other souls on their journey. In my intention is to bring more joy into other beings. And then note 2 about the oil. Somebody just sent me, like I'm 78 years old, and so I have spots on my hands and brown spots. And they said, if you take the oil and add, the organic oil, and they suggested coconut organic oil, and put soda with it and rub it on, you can lighten your dark spots. So I've started that. And third, about a cocoon. Have I told you this already? About the cocoon? What I learned is to take from my solar plexus up over my head, down my back, under my feet, and back up to my solar plexus, and see myself in a cocoon. And I can energize every cell in my body to my original blueprint. I was saying to my original DNA, but DNA could be skewed just a little. So I say to my original blueprint. And I can take one, two, or three things that I want to specifically renew. And then the gratitude, the gratitude, the gratitude for all my cells being renewed to my original blueprint. And I have healed so quickly. And so I had a back pain yesterday. And in my meditation, I do this every morning and night for about 20 minutes. And in my meditation last night, and then it was gone. And I went hiking and I got a twisted ankle, and I took 5 minutes because I'm used to taking 20, but on the hike, I had to keep up with everybody. So I took 5 minutes to do the cocoon and heal my body. And it works faster after you do it for a while. But I am so grateful for the cocoon. And then I can fly out of the cocoon like a butterfly, and I am whole and complete. Thank you.
I love that. I always tell people, aging is a condition that I don't have, because you don't have to, you don't have to age hard. You really don't, because like you said, and honestly, in biology, we regenerate. We regenerate our cells, we regenerate our organs. We're constantly regenerating. The more we leave it alone, the best it works, honestly. And as that's just my take on medicine. But like you said, and look at you, because you're aging in reverse, because your original blueprint doesn't have aging, really. And so and the hands-on healing, when you're putting hands on yourself, you are, and we are doing something physical and spiritual and energetically. That's why prayer works, because we're actually touching each other. There's no end to our being. So when someone in Australia is saying, please pray for me, and we sit and we put our intention, and we paying attention and lifting that up, we are touching them. We're touching. You're touching me right now. We're all touching.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's energy and vibration.
It is. And so the more, and you become attuned to it. So like you said, the more you do it, the faster it becomes, where you can quick heal yourself in 5 minutes to keep up on the trail. I mean, that's like, she's like, I gotta go, like, and you honor yourself. There was never a word of derision or aimed at your body. It was just like, okay, I know you can do it. I believe in you. I know that you're whole and healed in your cocoon. And then you flew out. You didn't even have to hike the rest of the hike. But yeah, you regenerate. You're right.
That's beautiful, Loya. Thank you for that. Again, another tool for us. So beautiful. We haven't heard from Hart. I think everyone is speaking except for Hart. Did you want to share anything, brother of ours?
Oh, how lucky am I? Uh, First of all, thank you to the Comet Loya for touching down on Earth for a little while. Nice to see you
Good
in
to
our
see
midst.
you.
And wow, I just wanted to share a little story about Jacqui. Her middle name's Catherine, but for the first, I don't know, 5 years of her life, she went by JC, and she's really channeling JC. I don't know, maybe we'll go back to calling you JC, because like, wow, this has been awesome. This has been just what I needed, because I don't know, I've already been like doing this self-care, self-love thing, but seeing you and getting to spend time with you and Jimmy and Alex last weekend, that was like cherry on top of like being able to be with family last week. So I loved our time together. I had so much fun. It was unexpected, and just I can't thank you enough for that. Was like such a nice surprise. But yeah, listening to our bodies and remembering that we're not this body, but we have to take care of it, right? It's our carriage, it's our vessel. Um, and like Doug said, our thoughts, we're the notice what you notice. And that includes emotions. Emotions aren't good or bad. They're just another thing, and we're not our emotions either. So you can feel them come up, you can acknowledge them, and you can use them. You can also just let them go. You know, it depends on what you want to do. Where you're headed, and I just love that you showed up today and took the time to teach us your method, because this is something I am going to keep doing. I got my big old bottle of olive oil. I was wondering why I got it this whole time, but now I know why. Going to get a lot of use. Anyway, that's about it. Boy, did I land ass backwards into this awesome family, and then we are all healers. Yeah, it's no mistake that you are the youngest and brightest, I think, of us. So thank you so much for sharing your gifts with all of us. And that's it. I'm complete.
Thank you, brother. Were you born breech? I didn't know that. Um, he said ass backwards. You came out the wrong way. But you turned yourself around. You could. But with emotions, that's a huge part of this. You know, we're not this body and we're not this much, but we are at the same time. And emotions are our superpower. What we feel with emotion is what we're gonna have. And so you can move mountains with emotion. We've had I personally have had angelic moments where I moved things with my, you know I really feel like, I kept that truck over there, me and my angels, from coming over here, because I was like, you move, you emote, and you can move things with those. And a huge a huge emotion, that we just brush under the rug all the time is anger. And we're taught from very young, oh, don't be angry, oh, stop that, oh, we always correcting it. And that causes disease. We have to be able to express all our emotions in healthy ways. And anger is one of them too. Anger shows you what you don't like, and it shows you how you refuse to be treated, and it shows you so much. So it's another superpower to be able to use that and move it in healthy ways. And it takes time to practice doing that. That's why we get all these chances, um, to deal with emotion. But knowing that this is truly, what you meditate with emotion, and what you think with emotion, what you pray with emotion, everything. You could be depressed with emotion, and you're gonna get that. I've given myself sickness by being so sad. I've been curled in a ball, and it's just like, it hurts. It hurts. So emotion is our superpower. What we do with that will shape this world that we see in our bodies and in the world. And so I'm glad that art is embracing all his aspects, and we all are. We're all on this journey.
Yes.
It's the journey to experience this. It is the purpose of your life is you.
Purpose of your life is you.
Yeah, to be. That is the purpose of your life. Is that God never had you yet, and wanted to have you and see through your eyes and get your experience and see all the beautiful things that you're gonna do and doing. So you are the purpose of your life.
Yeah.
Make that so good. Choose all the joy you can and watch your life change.
Live experience.
Yes.
We're looking at Tammy's thing. Oh wow, Tammy.
She's so gorgeous
Dang.
too.
We're
She's the light.
yeah, she is the light. Oh, friends,
Thank you
you
so
so much.
much.
Really, everyone, this has been a very rich experience. Thank you, Jacqui,
Thank you
for
for-
sharing what you shared with us and giving us another practice that can only transform our lives.
I hope so.
So I'm just so excited about it. And everyone, I love you being here. Thank you for being part of Heart and Soul and for all of your wonderful comments. I'm glad we have it recorded because I'm going to be listening to some of the words of wisdom back again. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. We love you all.
Love you
Nice
too.
to meet you.
again.
God bless you.
Thank you, Jacqui. God bless you too. Doreen,
God bless you.
everybody.
Have
Love,
a
love,
Michael,
love.
love you all.
Love, love,
Love you all. Get safe. Get there safe, Doug.
love.